What inspired you to play bass?
I think that goes back to, like, you know, when I was probably 12 years old, and they wanted me to, I played guitar before that when I was like 9, had one. And they wanted me to play guitar in the jazz band. So every single downbeat was a different chord, you know, like Chet Atkins style. You know, like Chet played every song, every note that he played was a different chord. I was like, I knew the bass. I played tuba of all things. All city and all state tuba player. So I knew the bass clef anyway, you know, so I said, well, let's try this. It's only got 4 strings on it, you know, and it just kind of happens. But I think that has a lot to do with, you know, pop culture and stuff growing up in the 70s, and, you know, the kind of, you know, as a kid wanting to be Gene Simmons, or, you know, a bunch of those guys that were around, or, you know, anybody that was, you know, Zeppelin. Free and shit. What's that? Like your Zeppelin shirt. What was that?
Did you ever play with your fingers? Or was it...
Yeah, in fact I do. On a couple of records I can play decently. Not sure I plugged it back up, huh? I just always felt it was better with a pick, you know, for like what Pantera was doing. It was, I mean, I could have played with my fingers in it, but you just don't get that attack and that crunch in it. And I play so freaking hard, I've got to sync my pickups, and which actually is kind of cool. I kind of figured that out a long time ago. If you do that, you get more wood, you get more sound, and you can actually, the output is so great out of these because these are active pickups, and that was actually 20 years ago. Come this March, it'll be 20 years I've been with Stuart Spector bassist. So, and that's really when, you know, the first couple of, you know, say, Cowboys from Hell and Vulgar, you really couldn't hear the bass a lot because Dime Sound was just this big, huge monster, you know, and so there's no way else for it to fit. And these basses really punch through with the mid-range, and that's when I, you know, picked these up, and they were expensive as hell, but, you know, we were playing a lot, so.
Stingray on Cowboys from Hell?
Stingray, no, I actually played my old Jackson on that, on the first 2 records, yeah.
What was your first?
That, or it wasn't, it was a Charvel actually, and I had a Jackson. I had a couple of Charvels, and but that black one I still have, and vaulted away, you know, and it still plays great. Still pull it out every once in a while. That's cool.
What was your first bass?
First bass was Ibanez Roadstar. Actually, Steve Harris played that one in the video. No, the Indian one. Yeah, March to the Hills, exactly. What's that? What's? That's been funny. I can't hear you. What?
Did you get Grand Theft Auto 5? What's that?
Grand Theft Auto 5. That's everything to do with bass playing, right? Yeah, right. Okay.
How did Kill Devil Hill start?
He's not the winner tonight. Everybody else back there, what you got?
Are you steel or nickel strings?
I've been preferring nickels lately. I played stainless for a long time, and then they have the hybrid, which is cool too. But I think the nickels that I'm playing now are a bit of the hybrid. But
DRs, right?
sometimes I've been playing the Dunlops are really cool. What I've been into lately. But just sometimes I've been in the studio since you know, for the whole year. So you know, different songs dictate different, you know, what's kind of going to sound like, you know, on an audio recording than it does necessarily live. And I find the nickels last a lot longer. And you get more sweat on those things without it really, you know. These are kind of old and they still sound really bright. So. Crank it up here in a minute. Shit. It's my little fun gadget. Go.
What kind of new bands you listening to? What are you jamming out?
What new bands am I listening to?
I know you're busy, but maybe you got.
I got a couple of local favorites back home. Was it King? Everybody heard of King?
Yeah.
Love King. A band called Honky out of Austin. Killer. I don't know. I've been in the studio, so you really don't listen to anything else. You know, you don't want to be, you know, surrounded. I listen to everything from Slayer to fucking Sinatra. You know, so, you know, good music is good music. I don't care what it is. It just, you know, a good song is a good song, and any way you want to put it down. So, you know, the new Sabbath I love. I think it's good. It's really good. I love it. It's because of Geezer, and Geezer's sound is fucking great. Probably talk better without that. Anybody else?
Why did you guys overlook all the other albums before Cowboys? You guys don't really play those live.
Because it was just, we grew up in the clubs where, probably take about 500K out of that, and they would probably work a little better. It's not the high-end tones. Basically, we were just, you know, the first record I was 16, 17 when we did, you know, so it was just a natural progression for the band. It was totally different than, so we got Philip in the band and did, you know, the fourth record, Power Metal, but we had totally, our tastes were changing, our influences were changing. Wanted to get heavier, and the singer that we had before that wasn't into it. You know, he wanted to get lighter and fucking Journey and shit. We said, fuck that. Or even, you know, going in the Def Leppard style or something like that. We were more fucking Metallica, you know.
You guys had some negative tracks off Power Metal, like some stuff like
that led to, you know, Philip really came in with this other, you know, this stuff that we weren't necessarily hearing. You know, we turned him on to stuff and he turned us on to all this different stuff. So it was just, you know, he was the one basically that would sit in the front seat and have the cassette player and would turn the music. So we'd have to listen to his mix tapes and stuff like that. But as a band, everything just evolved, you know. And why bring all those old records when, you know, basically